Hi, it's Lynn from LynnieCDesigns. Thank you for joining me today. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in West Sussex in the UK, and I'm coming on with another new set from the mini catalogue. It's a new bundle called Grassy Grove. This is the stamp set, and it's got some coordinating dies, and they're amazing. This is the first card I made using the dies. Let me just get them for you. So these are the dies that you get. And you can see that they coordinate with the stamp set, and I've die cut all the pieces so that you can see. So you've got the trees, two sets of trees, the big die, which is, I'm going to use that again today to create this front bit. Then you've got some fabulous grass, and then this stamp here, sort of a grassy knoll or a heather. You've got an outline die, so that will cut that out. You've got some little bits of leaf, and then you've got the two deer which are cut out, and then an outline die which cuts out this deer. Now these are distinctive stamps, and I struggled a little bit to get a clear image of the deer, and I found it worked easier using Dauber. So I shall show you that later, but let's get those out of the way. I'm going to use, I thought this was quite dark, so this was basic black, and then I did some blending, I did some masking for the sun, moon, and blended some colour in. But as I'm doing a video, I've decided to do today Evening Evergreen, half a sheet of A4, 10.5 by 29.75, and then scored in the middle an envelope which I'm going to stamp two matte layers. These are Evening Evergreen and Basic White, and they measure 10.2 by 14.5, and then for the matte behind the die cut, I've cut a piece of, this is one of the celebration items which you can get for free at the moment until the end of February. Yes, Simply Marvellous, and you get these fantastic arrays. I think I used one of these in my card last week. Did I? I'm sure I mentioned them if I didn't, but they're absolutely wonderful, gorgeous. So I thought I would use the yellow rather than do any blending. That's I think that's 9.5 by 14, and I've got a piece of cinnamon cider, and I'm going to cut out the deer from this, and then I'm going to use this bit for a label. I haven't put a label on this one yet. Before I do the stamping, I'm going to go off and do my die cutting, and I will be back. So there we go, I've done that. We will use those in a minute, and I am using this punch, and I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but I will put it up here to create the label. So let me get some ink. I'm going to do some Evening Evergreen, and I want to use this grassy stamp. Now, I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to come down and sort of fill in that bit there. I don't know why I worried about that, because that's going to be covered over, but I can actually stick that there. And I quite like that yellow, it's a bit like a sunrise, isn't it? So let's pop that to the side for the minute, and then I'm going to use this other stamp on the inside. Use that there. inside, and then pop those out of the way. And this is on the envelope. If I show you, so this was the first time I stamped that deer, and it just, these distinctive stamps, you just, it's okay, it's just a little bit heavy. So I've got the cinnamon cider, and I guess I could, it's just very juicy. So I'm just going to dampen that down with my dauber. And look at that. That is very cute. I'm happy with that. And the other bit of stamping I was going to do is I wanted to use the evening evergreen for the sentiment. It's a little bit wasteful, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. I have already die cut the cinnamon cider, so when I cut my 2 deer out, which I'm going to use on the front, I also had space left from that scrap. I don't know how big that is, 2.5 by 3 inches, and in centimeters it is 6.5 by 7.4. But I'm going to use this to punch it out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit shorter, smaller. Put that there, and then I'm going to pop that in there. And I've made a custom size label for there, and I can layer those up, and I think that looks rather lovely. So let's pop this together. Oh, and the other thing I'm going to use a little scrap of the evening evergreen open weave ribbon. So let's get these together. So I'm going to pop that on the inside. I'm going to give these cards as thank you cards to my customers who ordered in January, so they're all going to get one of these. A little thank you gift from me. So I'm going to do a little bit of glue around the edge, and if I'm quick, and I only put glue under there because I quite like having a little bit of movement. And then slide this little one down there. Fabulous. I'm going to do that. It's very bright, that yellow, isn't it? That is lovely. So I would just like to thank everybody for subscribing and following along on my crafting journey. Now this, I think, because everything else is flat, I think I can pop that up on dimensionals, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that on first in that corner there. And I've got some tear and tape. I'm going to pop that across there. And then pop that last bit up on dimensionals. So a bit excessive on the dimensionals, see? Yeah. Pop that there. And I'm just gonna trim that down. That a little bit too short, didn't I? Pop that through there. There we go. Lovely. And then that on the inside. So I may do a bit of bling. What do you think? And a bit of bling. I'm going to use some of these brushed metallic adhesive backed dots. I've got rather a lot of gold or brass. What do we think? I think brassy ones. There we go. Fabulous. Now what do we think? I'm not sure. And then there's a little envelope to go with. Anyway, that's all for now. I will be sharing more cards with this wonderful set over on my blog and Instagram, and there's links to all of that kind of stuff down below. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again really soon. Bye for now.